Can we talk about SNT's new teased releases?
What is this?
SNT's putting out an Airsoft SKS.
An SVT 40.
Yeah.
And what was the third one?
An SVT, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're putting out some like OG guns. And then there were some other guns that weren't, I think they're still in the earlier phase of development, but they're making an AN-94.
They are, but it's just going to be like the Saiga 12, where it looks like a Saiga 12, but it's an AK internally. It has one barrel.
Still.
But no, what was the third one? It was an SVT 40, an SKS, and there was a third one on that list because they had like the prototype photos all associated to it. I forgot what the third one was.
I only know of these guns because of Tarkov.
I know of them because of Call of Duty.
I want an Airsoft SKS.
It's cool.
Is it gas blowback?
No, it's gonna be an AG.
All right.
I'm going to do my freedom-loving Canadian loadout.
Also, there's 50-50 because S&T also makes all of the World War I, World War II spring bolt actions.
Yeah.
So there's a small chance that they could be springers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be kind of lame.
Well, the AVT is semi-auto.
Yeah, the SVT is.
Or the SVT.
It's semi-auto. It was the Russian World War II semi-auto rifle.
Yeah. But there was two of those. I think there was another one called the AVT.
Maybe.
One was automatic. One had full auto.
I believe that.
Yeah.
And then the SKS, we all know that. That's just a semi-automatic rifle chambered in 7.62 by 39.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good that there's more World War II guns. I would love to do another World War II game.
Well, that's a hot topic.
We need higher quality
Yeah, it's like
World War II guns.
before, it was like, okay. I think the loose uniform requirements are okay because who's going to get a vintage?
You don't need vintage, but there's so much repro out there for that.
Yeah.
World War II is actually a huge, huge market.
Yeah.
The problem is that people feel certain ways about certain for certain teams.
Right. And like uniform requirements kind of fix that. But as far as the guns are concerned, most World War II airsoft guns honestly suck.
Oh, yeah.
And then you run into the way you have to run the game is like, okay, you can use any World War II era gun, even if it's not for your faction because you found it.
Yeah, sure.
And then you have everybody with like a Thompson because that's kind of the best one you can get. Yeah, right. That'll work well out of the box. Here we go.
What is it? What's the MOA? Because somebody left a comment. They were like, "Are you going to talk about the MOA?"
Oh, it's like SHOT Show for airsoft.
FG42, SKS, and SVT40.
Oh, the FG42.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, and then they tease some other things. I don't know what MOA is.
It's like SHOT Show for airsoft, but in Taiwan.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because somebody left a comment on one of the shorts
that.
or something, and so I looked into it briefly, and I was like, "Holy shit!" There's like
Airsoftology is probably there. Red Wolf is usually there.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of like the YouTubers from the United States going over there because it's like I think it's only like 3 or 4 days long.
It's in Taiwan.
Yeah.
You guys could go to Taiwan before you have to go to Taiwan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think we have to go to Taiwan anymore.
Yeah. Dylan had this like litany of questions that he was asking prior to that Tuesday. And I was like, Dylan, how about you ask me in another 3 or 4 days and I'll see what my answers are. I looked at him. I was like, nah, all of those, don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You're fine.
I would gladly accept more World War II guns.
Well, the whole thing with the Thompson too, it's because from a Zulu rule set, it's one of the only ones that's practical to buy to use anytime. Yeah. Because the Sten, the grease gun,
they're all full auto.
They're full auto only. The MP40, like the AGM or D-Boys MP40, does have a semi, but it shouldn't. But they did make one in there. It's like a literal little switch underneath. But most players aren't going to buy a grease gun or a Sten because they can only use it for that game.
Yeah.
And they're never going to be able to use it for open play.
And I imagine they're not inexpensive either.
The Sima D-Boys like Sten or grease gun is only like $180.
Oh, that's not,
but they also shoot like dog shit.
Sure. I think it would be super cool, man. I actually, so if you've ever come to any of the Zulu World War II games, they're just fucking fun. Everybody's chill. Like everybody like.
I remember the last one we did.
They like act out their own deaths and stuff, and it's not even like part of the rule set because everybody just likes seeing their helmet like roll across the ground.
We need World War II game with Boss Unit. Put a Boss Unit on my M1 Garand.
But you could have staff walking around using it to simulate it.
Sure, or some other things. Anyway, I think it would be really cool. You would lose money hand over fist doing this. You get Guardian Center, or it doesn't even have to be any mount facility, and then just do a freaking 200 on 200 World War II be strict with the uniform requirements and everything, gun requirements, everything, and just have a 2-day event, man.
So
Call
on
it Carentan or whatever.
On one hand, I was going to immediately jump to, do it at Panthera. I don't know if Panthera is cool enough to attract that.
It's got to be mount site, right? Because all the guns suck.
Yeah.
So you need to kind of close in the distance a little bit.
Even like GTI, though.
I hate GTI.
I know,
I'm
but it could
sorry.
be fun for a
No
World War
way.
II game.
I think Zulu's
It would be good for a 1 day, like, okay, the Allies are pushing and they're going to take over this
Factory.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right. Like something like that. But I'm thinking like 2 days long, man, like everybody gets into it. You know, I'm sure there's some people out there with half tracks and Sherman tanks. Like you can make it.
Oh, yeah.
P-51s,
Well,
flying over.
I think that's something that's.
Do you know who has World War II era tanks and planes?
Jono and Jono.
Jono and Jono.
Right. We'll do it in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I think part of it is the crowd we could advertise that to would be the World War II reenactors. Because every now and then this pops up in my YouTube Shorts feed.
Yeah.
Dudes that do like hardcore World War II reenactments where it's like MSW, blank fire only.
Yeah, they only do blank fire.
But they wear like contours. Like I've seen it where they put like contour cameras on the side of their World War II helmets. So there's some wild clips of like dudes in trenches with blank fire M1 Garand just firing over the top. They get the ping, fucking slap a new clip in. Fucking German half track drives by. I'm like, this looks awesome. Now give them airsoft guns.
Yeah, or even have a good 50-50 mix. But
yeah,
I think it'd be so cool. I'm sure they do this in Europe. But there's a huge World War II community in America. They're just spread out.
Yeah.
They're just so spread out.
Start advertising 2 years in advance so everyone has time to put their time, or everyone has the allotted time to put in time off and plan their flights and get their shit together.
Make it a week long.
I think the best way to plan a game like that is to plan the game with the player base instead of saying like, hey, it's happening here, be there, be square.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, we're calling on every World War II airsofter in the U.S. Put your availabilities here. Once you do a vote when we can have the game.
Ugh, that would be so.
It'd be a good experiment
chaotic.
to see if games can get organized like that.
Crowd organized. It's not even crowd funded. Well, it is crowd funded, but it'd be like crowd organized. Oh God,
it'd be a good experiment.
It'd be interesting.
I have theories about it, but I think it'd be cool too to like go out west. Actually, in Indiana where we stayed for METC, that tiny little.
Oh, rent out an entire town?
Yeah.
We've talked about that.